Rob and Slim
Hey.
Show. Lucas.
How's it going?
What's going on,
Great.
Lucas?
How are you, brother?
Doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Amazing.
Still going, bro.
Yeah.
Still rocking.
Yeah, I can see that. You guys look good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How does
like hot good?
how
Like
does Peter look? Like, yeah, who's the hottest? Who's the hottest?
Now you guys are fucking pushing it.
tell me I'm sexy, Lucas.
Oh, Slim will push back, Lucas.
Well, I got to say that all the facial hair, amazing. Just love it. Oh my god, I just want to run my hands through it.
right.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, I've got a few plans for your facial hair, buddies.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh no.
Braids or beads or both.
What?
Or you just gotta run your dick through them.
Can I have both, please? Okay, so Rob, what's going on with your shirt? I see you zipped your shirt. Ooh-wee. Come on, why did you zip your shirt?
I was just
That little
outside.
guy's like your little friend. What?
I was outside smoking, so it was called That's Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he looked familiar.
He's the inside of all of us.
Yes.
He's Mr. Poopy Butthole.
There's a special place.
If anyone knows. Hello, folks.
Lucas, before I forget, I haven't gotten to it the last two interviews. What are Wiggats?
Wiggats. So, yes, I really wasn't ready to unveil what it is until now, and I'm still working on it. But
Cool.
I have a patent pending on a product that I invented called Wiggats. And I invented it because, you know, I perform stand-up comedy, and I did a show. And right before getting on stage, and this was being recorded, it was a regional show, the hairdresser said, "Ooh, you've got thin hair." And I was like, "Oh, shit, thanks for making me feel insecure 30 minutes before I go on stage."
Yes, that's
And,
not a
you know,
a compliment.
No, it's not a compliment. And I was like, you know, now I have to get on stage, and it was just, anyway, she fixed the problem with some little hair solution, some powder that she put in my hair, made my hair look fuller.
Wow.
And that's all great, you know, but in the meantime, I went out and bought caps and hundreds of hats. Like, if you know me, I have jackets, I have if I need any type of clothing or fashion accessory, I'm not going to own one. I'm going to own like 40 dozen.
Yeah,
so,
right. You have some
of
great
course,
stuff. You have some great
you know, I go
stuff.
out yeah, great fashion. So I went out, bought caps, and found out that your hair it gets clogged with sweat follicles. So I went out. I've been working on this for a while, for many years, on developing this, and now I had an investor, my friend, saw me, and she said, you know, she saw that I was working on this project, and she said, you really need to get it out there. And she totally loved the product. Her sister, she passed away this year, actually, and she was losing her hair. And
I was going to ask,
so being able to
I'm
see
losing
that,
mine. I'm definitely losing mine. That's why I rocked
mine's
the hat.
dropping out.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we all are. Once you get to a certain age, it seems like. But especially for individuals with medical use, I'm very passionate about that. It's a very fun item for sports and for being out in winter sports. I love winter sports. It's great for skiing, all of that. But also what it does for an individual when they are losing their hair at a time that may be one of the most difficult in their life.
Yeah,
And
it is.
and I didn't know that until I saw that in her. I knew what I was dealing with, you know, being self-conscious with my hair loss, but to see somebody that you know, and they lose it so like almost instantly, and it's not. This is definitely not a replacement. This is fixing in all fun colors, but but it's definitely something to say, hey, you know, I'm gonna just be proud of who I am.
Dude,
and,
I remember just falling asleep in the car, like while someone was driving, and waking up and just seeing like all the hair that was on the seat. Like I was embarrassed, bro. Like it's a hard thing. Like I had my
Every time I scratch my top of my scalp, now it comes
you
out.
see it coming out. I had my barber say just tell me one day, like, that's what happens. He's just like, just embrace it. Like, just Just be fine with it. And I've finally come to terms with it. And one of my buddies at work once, Matt, he said once, like, yeah, like, don't be self-conscious about it. And he told me, like, he's in his 20s and he loses spots just from stress. He's like, look at this. I got 2 or 3. Like, he's like, don't worry about that. Like, but yeah, like,
yes, people lose it from stress. So many different things can factor into to hair loss.
Wow.
It can be hereditary. But I see, especially for individuals, for women especially, because they're used to having hair. Like, that's the thing.
As a man, it was like a pride thing. Like, I can't even imagine what it's like for a woman. I can't.
Yes, it was, I don't know. But I know my issue. And because of my issue now, I have the patent pending, and I've got a trademark that is just in, like, I have that approved from the federal government. So,
cool.
I haven't performed as much stand-up comedy as I wanted to this year rather. I put my energies toward this, and I'm coming back. I did Vegas also this year, so
cool.
So that's not going away. But for the time being, I thought, this is something that I know people need, and it's a new venture of mine, and it's something that not only am I passionate about, but it's fun to know that at the end of the day, you're going to make some money on a product and still be able to make people laugh and have fun and feel more inspired and empowered with themselves. Because,
that's amazing. I didn't expect it was going to be that great of an answer. That's like, I thought it was just something for fun. That's even better that it has that. That it has that.
Yes. Growing up, I was in my teens, and I had a friend. His name was Cameron Delaney, and he passed away from leukemia, and he lost his hair, and he was one of the bravest souls I've ever met in my life. And now I have the opportunity of being able to help people like him that are in a situation and in their life, and I hope that's
That's so noble, dude. That is so cool. So cool.
Yeah. Well, I still give a blowjob, so, don't get all sassy on it.
I was going to say, we have Peter, but we also have another intern, and he's hiding in his room, Lucas, and his name is Lucas. Ooh. And over the summer, Slim told me about Lucas, and I was like, wait, is it Lucas Corvatta? And he's like, no. And I'm like, why?
Because I told Rob, basically, I was like, Rob, I'm getting a new roommate. And I'm like, his name's Lucas. And Rob's reply was like, Lucas Corvatta?
And he was like, no. And I was like, why not? Why the fuck?
And then I kind of thought, like, why not? Why aren't you my roommate?
Why didn't you reach out to Lucas Corvatta?
It needs to be a sitcom, Lucas and Slim.
Lucas and Slim.
Lucas and Lucas.
Two Lucases and a Slim.
Two Lucas and a Slim. That's a good one.
Okay, I'll let you work on the pitch. I'll secure the producers, although, damn it, Weinstein's no longer head of this corporation. Who am I going to pitch to?
His brother does.
Yeah, his brother. Have you seen the poor sap? No one wants to pitch to him.
Would you pitch to him, Slabo?
No.
Oh, no.
Come on, you'd pitch him.
Who wouldn't? Oh, shit.
You guys are great.
You're great, Lucas. You've always killed on our show.
I'm not on my knees. Shut up.
Well, why not?
You're one of them that has been from the beginning,
dude,
right? Like,
from that crappy site, Lucas, that site we originally found you on, like, you are the one.
You and one other guy.
Yeah.
That's it. There's two of you.
You guys congratulations. I love the commercials. You guys are flipping amazing. And yes, I remember being, but I knew you guys had something. You guys are fun to talk to. You guys have a great chemistry. And you guys just give bullshit and you take it. It's the best thing ever. So congratulations. Yeah. By the way, sponsor Adam and Eve. So is that Rob? So if I get I get a discount with Rob, right?
Yes, with Rob. You get whatever butt plug you want
with the discount code Rob.
Yes.
Bluetooth. It's got to be Bluetooth.
Is that a good one?
What is Bluetooth?
Well, I know where you can put it. That's for sure. I know where you can put it.
Yeah, discount code Rob. Discount code Rob. Lucas, what advice would you give to somebody just starting out in comedy?
Just starting out in comedy. You gotta go for it. Just because you fail, you have those moments where you're like, shit, that was the worst show I've ever done in my life. No, trust me, there will be another one that is even worse. But there will be shows that are just amazing, and you walk off the stage and you just say, that was an amazing show, and you love it. And I didn't get to do last year, or this year rather, I didn't do very many shows, but the shows I did, I felt really comfortable with. And great. They may not have been the best shows, but they were now 7 years into doing stand-up comedy. So it is better.
Okay.
It just gets better.
Cool.
The more you do it, the more confidence you have on stage. But that only comes with being able to, with experience. That only comes with experience. That's the only way you're going to do it. And a lot of people think it's easy, but it is one of the hardest things ever.
Yeah.
And
it's gotta be.
Start out with improv. I think starting out, I didn't start out with improv, but Drew before me was talking about that. I think that's a great way to start. I did not, and so I'm kind of a thing of I can say yes or I can just say fuck you if you don't like the joke I did.
I like
and
that.
Sometimes when you're on stage and you're just like, well, you know what? You guys aren't gay, so you don't get the joke. And then you just move on and say it doesn't matter. But there will be amazing shows and there will be bad shows. I was just reading the thing on Facebook with a gentleman that I performed with in Vegas, and he was saying what a horrible show it was. Not because of him, it was the drunk audience, and it was a corporate gig, and somebody actually, one of the drunk employees got up on stage, took the mic away. They had to, contain him. The awful experiences that have actually happened, the bar fight. Plus, really, when you're a comic, you are following your passion, and so the money you make doing other things, whether you're a waiter or you're an IT or whatever you might be doing, engineer, I've got friends from all spectrums. That money that's like going to feed your passion.
Yeah.
And so most people, I think people forget that this is a dream. You're not a comedian because you're in it necessarily for the money. You're in it because you love being on stage and making people laugh. And again, I've said it before on your show, it's a part that you touch a person emotionally at that level when you're making them laugh that rarely gets touched. Rarely do they get to sit back and just laugh.
Yeah.
For a duration of time. And so they think it's easy to get up there and do that. And you don't get paid, what you should be getting paid when you're a beginner stand-up comedian. I remember getting paid in beer and being like, woohoo, I get paid in beer, folks.
Yeah.
And then there's some gigs where you're like, you know what, that extra $20, I actually needed that. I'm not there now, thank God, but I was there. I know what that's like to need that extra $20 to put in gas.
Yeah, yes.
And
just to get there.
Just to make it to the show, and those are the sacrifices you make. Cool. And granted, I have been self-employed 10 years, and working in film and in comedy for the past 10 years.
I love that.
But you have your ups and your downs, and you'll learn that when you're making money, you save it, you store it. You know, you kind of you learn to be on a budget because you don't know when you're getting your next gig.
Yeah, that's got to be scary. Like, even though I work a regular shitty 9 to 5, I at least know when something's coming in. Like, it's got to be tough not knowing.
Well, it's not a shitty 9 to 5. You know, it supports your dream. It's supporting you to be here tonight on a Wednesday to be able to do what you do.
Yes.
Right. So that's the way I look at it, because I've had, you know, I've taken jobs, awkward jobs. I worked at a gallery for 2 weeks, and that did not work out. When you tell me that I have to be there at 8 in the morning, I just did a gig and went to bed at 4 or 5.
Right.
Like, don't expect me to show up at 8. And I was dating the owner of the gallery, so, like, fuck you, you know? I'm sorry. I'm late. You know, I'm a stand-up comic, and that comes first in my life.
Yeah.
So,
and I gave you a blowjob last night. You're at least happy about that. Like,
come on.
That's not enough.
Exactly. You were with me at the show. Don't expect me to still be up.
No, don't.
So I lose boyfriends like, you know, I don't know. Like Kim Kardashian loses boyfriends, I guess. I have no idea.
That's amazing.
Oh, God.
I lose boyfriends like Trump loses people in his White House, you know. I don't know. We'll make up some things. But seriously, so a boyfriend dumped me in May, and I got asked, I was proposed to in November, and in between that, I dated like 6 other guys, so figure that one out. But
you're like, I need to think about this.
I need some space.
Yeah, I need to think about this. That's why I'm back in New Mexico and not in Palm Springs.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I was going off on a tangent. Fact is, you know, comedians work just like the actors you had on earlier. Even the porn actresses, you know, that you've had on. It's their craft, and it really, you know, it's nice to be respected for what you do.
You're just an actor.
And know that you give pleasure.
Yes, you're an actor, and you give him pleasure on all different levels. All different levels.
On many levels.
Yes.
Like, many levels. Like, don't think that Marvel actors are any different than porn actors.
Exactly.
But it's still the stimulation of the mind. Mm-hmm. They're out there looking at the actors doing the work.
You masturbated my soul. Like, you masturbated my soul. Like, yes, that's all it comes down to.
A friend of mine, Lisa Loring, she played Wednesday, like the original Wednesday back in the day. But she told me this because it comes
Adam's
down to union rights.
Wednesday?
And she said, unions were made so that way actors could get paid. When you go see a film, you go to see the actor. You know, you don't go to see MGM. You don't go to see Fox. You know, or Paramount, you go to see the actors doing their craft. You fall in love with the actors.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with porn actors as well. You know, they're doing their thing. She disconnects. She talked about that. She disconnects. And she doesn't fall in love because she's working, you know. And I have friends that are porn actors, and they have partners, you know, and they go home to their partners, and they know exactly what they do.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with comedians. You know, we get paid. So, yeah, I think it's just taking somebody's craft and saying, you know, we acknowledge what it is, and we enjoy the value you bring to our life, and we should get paid for it. So, yeah.
Slim had asked, Lucas, is that Adam's Family Wednesday?
Yes, Adam's Family Wednesday.
Wow, that's
like
really
the old
cool.
School
the old school, right?
What? Yeah, old school. Her name is Lisa Loring. Wonderful lady. In fact, while I'm talking about that, since we're on that subject, I will be at Comic-Con in Albuquerque, and the dates on that are, let me get those dates for you, because it's amazing. It's January 12th to 14th. I'll be performing stand-up comedy, opening the event for a comedy show and hosting a lunch party that evening. But we've got a stellar lineup of celebrities. We've got Danny Trejo from Machete and Dusk Till Dawn.
Danny Trejo.
I can't wait.
What was he in Rick and Morty?
Ed on the
he was.
Of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's amazing.
He was
He'll be there.
Jaguar Rick and Morty. Yeah,
that was Trejo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, he's amazing.
Oh, he's the best. I love...
So he'll be there.
Wow.
Go ahead, tell me what?
Oh, I was just going to say, because you brought up Danny Trejo, and I had heard an interview from him once where he was talking about how he'll be flipping through channels and he'd see himself and he'd be like, what movie is this? I don't remember being in this. Because he's just done so much stuff.
He's done so much. He's amazing. He
is the oddest thing right now, and I think he has some connection to New Mexico. I'm not too sure, but Scott Wilson will be there from The Walking Dead.
Cool.
Of course, my buddy, I love Nico Hughes from Pet Sematary and from Kindergarten Cop. I think he was in Spawn. He'll be there, and he was in Spawn. And great guy. In fact, with him, I have a story. He, along with Nico Hughes, Sierra Hanna, she's the Yellow Power Ranger, and I went up in a hot air balloon 2 years ago and did a hot air balloon ride. It was amazing. And to be able to do it with them as friends was even better. So we knew that if we were dying, we were all going down together.
Cool. That's scary.
Yeah, we had a smooth landing in some pasture in southern New Mexico. Oh, the horses were worried.
Wow. That's awesome. Lucas, we have to wrap this up, dude, but thank you.
Oh, went by so quick.
It always does. It always does. Yeah. You're such a great guest. You're always the best. Where can everybody find you?
Yeah. Well, you can find me on lucascorvatta.com. I will also be at Albuquerque Comic Con, and that'll be, like I said, January 12th through 14th. And my product is Wiggats. It's not... I haven't rolled out with it yet publicly. I'm taking retail orders and doing some work with some organizations with the Wiggats right now.
Cool.
And so I'm working on that. But you can find the product on Wiggats.com. That's of course, 3 W's, WIGGATS.com. So it's WIGGATS.com. And, of course, my website, lucascorvatta.com. And Albuquerque Comic Con is just that, albuquerquecomiccon.com. And so all the listeners out there, and I hope someday that you guys get to come out here and see how much fun it is and enjoy the festivity. But
I'd love it.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be your way sometime soon. So.
Absolutely, awesome. Brother. Dude, it's always great talking to you.
Love you guys.
Love you,
Love you too, Lucas.
Happy holidays, brother.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Can't wait to talk to you in the new year.
Yes, we will.
Talk to you in 2018.
18, bro.
Exactly.
Have a good one.
Later.
Yeah, you know what? This year's easy because all you have to think back is 18 years, 2000. Okay, I can sleep with you.
Everything's legal in 2018.
Everything's legal. Guys, have a safe holiday.
You too, Lucas.
See ya. Love you, bro.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.